Have you ever wondered why social media is free? It's because it's built to keep you on the platform. No, it's not there to keep in touch with your friends and family, but something slightly more sinister. With that said, Apple and Facebook have been clashing about privacy policies in the new iOS 14.5 update, and we're here to find out why. Before we start, please click the like and subscribe button below for more great tech content every single week. Now, Netflix has released many documentaries in the past few years, bringing an important topic to the surface, that being data mining. If you are unaware, data is basically the oil of the 21st century, experts suggesting that data mining industry is worth $47.2 billion in 2021 alone. To watch these documentaries on Netflix, you have to pay a subscription fee. On the opposite hand, Facebook charges you nothing on the surface to access their supposedly free content. That's because when you fill out your profile, like and engage with other posts, and follow certain groups and pages, Facebook slowly begins to build data points on you. When you have 2.7 billion size user base with hundreds of data points on each person ready for sale to advertisers, well, you're going to get targeted with specific ads. For example, if you owned a business for selling honey, would you rather post an article in your local newspaper and put it up on a billboard and hope for the best? Or would you rather post an exciting video ad onto Facebook and Instagram with hyper-targeted ads that specifically goes after people that like the outdoors, honey, saving the bees, etc.? Pretty easy to say which one you'd pick. Data being sold without any regulations, companies like Cambridge Analytica used a wealthy and vast amount of knowledge of people in literal countries to swing elections using online propaganda and specific targeting. Not so fun anymore. And that's where Apple steps up to the plate. Apple's CEO Tim Cook stated, quote, "Users should have the choice over their data that is being collected about them and how it's used," end quote. And with that statement, Apple created their newest update, iOS 14.5. Among other smaller updates, the one that stood out obviously to the rest was their stance on data and privacy. Before iOS 14.5, you could turn off tracking for all your apps by going to Settings and turning off Allow Apps to Request to Track. The new version of iOS allows you to be a little more specific. To begin, when you install a new app, you won't have to do anything. You'll automatically be asked whether or not you want the new app to track you. And from there on, when users update their Facebook app, they are prompted to question whether or not they want their data to be tracked. This is obviously an issue for Facebook since their massive revenue, which is $86 billion annually, is directly tied with how well their ads do for the people purchasing ad space on their website. If the targeting isn't as good, the businesses aren't going to get as good of return on their ad spend, which subsequently might make them look for other places to spend their money and advertise. Instead of laying down and letting this happen, Facebook put up a fight by running large-scale campaigns for months, ironically on the front of larger publications including The Wall Street Journal, The Washington Post, and many more. They claim that Apple's changes were designed to help the iPhone maker's own business rather than simply increasing data protection. As Mark Zuckerberg stated, quote, "Apple may say they're doing this to help the people, but the moves clearly track their competitive interests," end quote. Facebook also repeatedly mentioned the fact that small businesses relied on Facebook to get their product and services out there, using their advertising platform, even going so far to make a website where small business owners could share their story. But to say the least, Facebook has had a very poor track record with user privacy, like we mentioned earlier before, with Cambridge Analytica, which stole up to 87 million users' data without explicit permission. So, what does this mean for you? To put it shortly, if you turn off tracking, you will less likely see targeted ads. If you don't look at too many ads to begin with, you probably won't notice much of a difference. With all that being said and done, iOS 14.5 has still been released to the public and is available for iPhone users that are choosing to download it. We hope you enjoyed this video. Now that you know all this information, will you be turning tracking off or will you be keeping it on? Comment below your thoughts and let us know what you think. And lastly, remember to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell for more tech content every single week. Thank you for watching.